Hey, Scott Hylton, Scott Talks. Ran some bike errands today. Let you know about them. Getting a little exercise in when I hadn't planned on it. My wife left a big box full of stuff for the restore. It's sort of like Salvation Army or it's part of Habitat for Humanity, and like Goodwill, things like that. And it's in a box. Unfortunately, it was my cardboard box that I had made from some of the movie boxes I didn't break down. I had two, and I'd cut holes on both ends and in the front and the back. So if I got the cardboard recycle center in the car, I could take that big heavy box, pick it up on either end, drag it over to the, lift it up, take it over, dump it in the compressor at the recycle center here in Ocala, southwest Ocala, near the little community airport. It's not for people, but it's for other things, so you can't fly out of Ocala. Long story there. Anyway, so we go to Gainesville, Tampa, and Orlando for our flights. So you just book the cheapest one and go there. And usually the close one, Gainesville, is not the cheapest. Oh well. But anyway, yeah, so that's my box. And she's like, what? I said, I'm gonna take that box with me to restore on my bike. And she said, no, you're not, it's too heavy. And I was lifting it, it was kind of heavy. But I've got my bike with a milk crate on it that I use for shopping. And the other bike was more of a fun bike. And I'm sitting there plopping it on top of the fun bike because there's a rack there. And it's got a 40, 50 pound limit. And it was all right. It was probably 15, I don't think it was 20 pounds. It was about that. And I said, I can do this. So I emptied my crate out, made it easy to ride because there was no wind resistance. Yeah, I'll think about that. That slows me up a little bit on that bike, but it gives me more of a workout, right? But yeah, I got that stuff, put it in a trash bag, in the basket, lifted the orange off the net, loaded that sucker up with all her stuff, and proceeded to put the cargo net back over it, made it a little looser than it is now, nice and loose, and went over it and hit the road. And it wasn't that bad. And I hit the road, and I'm going down the road, and it's the 7th, August the 7th, 2025. And I had an alarm set there's a rocket launch. And I know I can see it from the front of my house, going over the neighbor's house, just a little. I'd seen it once before in the daytime with a little trail of smoke. And I said, oh, cool. And I'm on the sidewalk. And about that time, there's glass on the sidewalk. And I'm stopping to kind of kick that off to the side. And once before on a Spring Hill, like a bridge overpass, it had been broken glass. And I stopped, and some of the things I have in my milk crate, like an extra inner tube and stuff, I just put in gray grocery bags. So they look kind of like nothing to steal, hopefully. Because I had a bag full of little tool supplies and stuff just vanish. And I don't know if it bounced out or someone just reached in and thought there must be something good in here, let me just take it and keep walking. And then they got back and went, it's not bad. It's got some stuff I could use, whatever. But so I had to figure out what was missing and replace that. So anyway, this is empty. So I have no way to, if I had hit the glass and had a flat tire for the first time, I did not have all the tools I needed, or the spare tire or anything really. And I was like, I was a little etsy about going all the way to Walmart after that, because I was so close to it. I was almost there. I'd gone over 3 miles, and I was like, Walmart's right down the road, and I could go chill and walk around the store, see if I need anything, and come back and grab something. I mean, Mickey D's, that'll work. But I thought, no, I don't have any stuff, and I'm enjoying the ride. And I'll just drop this stuff off at Restore. Couldn't see the rocket launch. When I got to Restore, I had 5 minutes set on the alarm. So I had 5 minutes to get there, and I was almost there. I'd already kicked the glass out of the way, and so I couldn't put it in my little bag and take it with me to a trash can, unfortunately. And got there, and the signal sucked. I couldn't see the launch time to see if it was actually launching or whatever. Because usually I check YouTube, because it'll say on the little app, to watch the launch. And you watch it to make sure it actually launches, or they get it delayed, and it's a couple hours later. So I wanted to see it, and I get my compass out on my phone and check it out. and figure out which direction it was in, just to be sure. Anyway, that didn't happen. But I gave the guys at Restore some stuff. Gave away a lot of my old lightning cables, and he appreciated it. He had just bought one for himself, and I said, you can have, dig through that little bag and help yourself to a few. And he said, thanks, man. And I was like, I don't know if they're allowed to keep them, but I gave them to him before it goes to Restore, okay? So that's the deal. It's my gift to him. Anyway, leave Restore, head back. Guess I'll get a drink. It's not lunchtime at McDonald's, so I'll get a coffee drink. Got my coffee drink. There it is. Drank about half of it. Went back, put ice in it to fill it back up again. My little trick so I can get more drink. And I got the 99-cent coffee drink on the app. That was cool. I always check the app when you're there, and damn well make sure you're at the right store. Oh my gosh. A couple of days ago at Burger King, I ordered too quick. I usually do it outside, and it was hot, and I was like, I'll just walk in and kind of order at the same time, and when I hit the shade, I'll be all right. I always eat this Burger King. I'd forgotten I was going to the cardboard place. That's when I went to the cardboard place, and I stopped at Burger King, and that was a different Burger King. And it had that address in it, and it was a big mix-up. And I could not get the food because they wouldn't honor it. And it was my fault. I admit, I'm not pushing them to get it. And I was just trying to figure out how to get a refund. And Burger King app's not too friendly with that. And then they were saying I had to go through Apple to get my refund. And Apple was a little iffy about getting it. It said to use your Apple ID. And I typed in Apple ID on my search on my phone. It couldn't find it. I was like, are you serious? So I was like, whatever. I finally got in contact with Apple, found a contact form and typed in that I didn't get the thing. I don't know if they'll give me credit for it or not. I doubt it. I mean, there's no reason they should. It's not their fault. They shouldn't take a hit for my stupidity for not looking, because I always look. I'm always a little paranoid about that. And I always look at the address. And when I get places, like there's a lamp post at McDonald's, I chain my bike to, and I've magic marked on the lamppost the address number, because for some of those places you get there and you can't see the address. Either they're old or they're on one side of the building, but they're not on the other side of the building, and you can't figure out where you're at. So anyway, I reordered it, Burger King. So I got at McDonald's. They had the 99-cent iced coffee deal. Cool. So I got the iced coffee for 99 cents. I switched it to large because I got medium before, and just refilled the ice, But I got the large. I did about halfway drinking it, watched a bunch of YouTube videos, chilled. And I went, I need to go. And I was, look, it's a little after 11. I was like, oh, it's lunch. I'll get a chicken sandwich and use my rewards. And sure enough, got it free. All right, good deal again. Put some more ice in the thing, chilled for a while, ate my sandwich, left. Went to Publix and got a lottie ticket for $2. I was like, $2, I'll get my lottie ticket. And I never win, but I just didn't have one for a while. So I was like, I'll just get one. And I said, I got to go. It's getting just like 87 now. It's going to be about 92. And it's after here in Ocala, Florida. And it's after lunch. So, yeah, I should be heading back. So I thought at 12:16. Yeah, on the 7th, Thursday. And I'd already listened to my Clockwise podcast earlier in the morning. I enjoy it. It's a tech podcast. And on Saturdays, I listen to the iOS Today podcast, another tech podcast. And Wednesdays, I like Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's always fun. He's always got a comedian with him. So they're talking science and talking a little bit. And I never finish it because they're about an hour long. And I'm always doing other things. When I get too close to traffic, you can't hear it anyway. Finished an audio book today, James Patterson novel about lawyer Jane Smith. They did a 3-book series, and she's also got a brain tumor, so she's dying, but she's got these cases, and it's been neat. It's been a neat run. Great voice narrator. She's great. I mean, if they were going to cast the role, they should look at her. She's already got the attitude, or any actress looking should listen to her and say, I'm going to copy her style, and pretend I didn't listen to her style, and copy it. If they're looking for more of a face to cast, do a limited series on Netflix. I got 3 books. I said, hey, you can do 1 season per book on Netflix for a 3-book series, and you're done. Because Netflix would cancel anyway, and you just get commitment from James Patterson and tell him, hey, I want at least 3 seasons. I want all 3 books done and finished. And it ain't gonna cost you that much. We're using the same courtroom. You know, she's got her house, she's got the little doggy, got the bad guys. You know, there's certain cast members. You just filmed it all at once and tell them we're breaking it up into 3 sections, but it's gonna be, instead of 6 or 8 episodes per book, you go 6, 12, 18. Tell them we're shooting 18 episodes and we're gonna divide it by 3. And we're doing all 3 books at once. Easy. And you do it like a TV pilot. You know, you do it like TV. You don't have to use high-end film and all that stuff. And it would be neat. It'd be a neat little something to watch. Especially fans of like the Lincoln Lawyer and different things. She's a brassy girl. And she's got the cancer and she's got all that dealing with. And these kind of the mob guys around and her crazy a-hole client, and you're just like, why bother with that guy? But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was The Hampton's Lawyer was the final book. It's been going through some name changes because they were like, I think it was like 8 months to live, 6 months to live, 3 months to live, 2 months. Those were the names they were floating around because they were working on the title. But basically the James Smith series, and they managed to break the names down a little bit different. So that's good. And James Patterson does it with another author, like he does it these days. It's like Michelangelo. Get someone in his painting class to paint something nice, he touches it up and signs it. That's what Michelangelo did. So, yeah, that was Michelangelo. I think that was the right Renaissance painter. But anyway, so today, I'm here at my favorite spot halfway between home and all those stores, Bridgewater Park retirement area. And they got this nice fountain. Tree is not giving me a lot of shade. I should buy some fertilizer and stick it in here. And, you know, do some of these trees upright, catch the sun. But the sun is starting to push a little this way. So it's coming this way. They just needed to have planted that tree with a little more thought of shade, actually being shade, because I rarely see people out here. Here goes the worker. So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna wrap up my day on the bike. It's been a good adventurous ride, good workout. Got some stuff done. Got my water bottle. I'm gonna drink some more water before I hit the road. You guys like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.